Okay, I'm back after a 2-week break, which was not planned. I just kept forgetting what day it was, what time it was. I was always supposed to be somewhere. You know how the holidays are. And I didn't plan ahead because I'm not a professional and I just kind of record when I want to record. Um, because this is like the unstructured time of my life, you know? I still really want to keep posting podcast episodes though weekly in 2024, at least until I don't want to do it anymore, because I think it's been a really good way for me to experience going part-time, maybe a little more consciously. And I also really want to do some YouTube videos. I've got some ideas that so far don't involve showing my face. But I still need to kind of think about it. Maybe I'll do a poll or something. I don't know how many people would really watch YouTube, of those of you who are listening to this podcast. I don't know if it's the same audience or not, but yeah, if you've got YouTube ideas that you'd like to see or you'd be interested to hear about in terms of my life, I don't like to give advice, but what's working, what's not working about me right now, send in some ideas because I really want to do that this year and I want to know what people would watch. So I don't do New Year's resolutions because I don't stick with them. I'm not really a goal-oriented person, ironically. It's I'm not a math person, which also makes me an anomaly for this particular group, community, whatever. So if you were expecting what my New Year's resolutions were or something, I'm not going to do that. Though I will admit to you that it is time. It's time to reset. It's time to get right with the Lord in several ways, one of which is financial, because my December, my budget, I blew it out of the water, you guys. Which I should know not to do because I like budgeting and I know the holidays. I know what they do to me. Should not be a surprise. But I did in some self-defense here, have bills that I knew were going to be pretty high. I had a car, not a car payment. I paid for work on my car. I knew that was going to be expensive. I knew that was going to happen. But then I got a bill, a medical bill that I was not expecting. I thought I had paid everything, but apparently not. So that was a somewhat surprise $500. Fuck you, Aetna. What else? There was more. Oh, my car insurance. I had to pay for another 6 months. Now that I have my car back and renew the registration. And then it kind of just felt like things were piling up. And I don't mean presents and eating out and extra groceries for cooking, the things that I always do around the holidays because I knew that was going to happen. It was surprise things that just were really boring and I ran out of them. I ran out of cat food, restocked on cat food, restocked cat litter, restocked olive oil. These are all really small things, but it just felt on top of the car and the medical bills and then the standard holiday bills, I just kept running out of other things and I would have to order it or go to the store or something. So overall this month I spent a little under $5,300, which is insane for me. I never spend that much ever. Y'all know that my average was, keyword was, $2,300 a month for the year. I haven't done the math to see what it is now. It is not that. I think in November it was $2,500, which is usually the upper part of the range that I find acceptable. This month it was nearly $5,300. So it's fine. I replenished my cash reserves. I've an idea of what I'm going to spend in January. I don't think it'll stick to $2,300 because I've got some travel coming up, but it's reasonable. I'll keep you guys posted on how January goes in that respect. So December was just one of those months where it just seems like everything hits. And a lot of it was fun. I don't regret the fun things. Yeah, I bought extra food. Yeah, I went out to eat and saw people. I went to some entertainment. Um, I I went to some entertainment. That doesn't make sense. I went to some concerts. It's my entertainment budget. That's where the concerts go. Um, I don't regret any of that. Of course, I bought presents. I don't begrudge the fun stuff. I begrudge the really boring stuff that is expensive, like cars and healthcare. Not my cat. I do kind of begrudge the cat litter and the cat food, but it is the price I pay for my special little angel, who also has a vet visit coming up this month, which I've budgeted for. And as part of my January budget, I'm going to try to keep my food budget kind of low because I know other expenses are going to be higher. And honestly, I hate talking about like food and weight and health and stuff like that because it's so triggering to some people. And like, if you're a woman or really anybody, but I think most of the people who listen to me are women, and there is certainly like a lot of pressure on women. You like kind of have this little voice in the back of your head that you don't want to be reminded of because it's not necessarily healthy to be like obsessively thinking about your health and your weight and what you're eating all the time, but you do anyway. I don't want to encourage that, but I will say I have a doctor's appointment near the end of January in a few weeks where like all my labs are due and stuff like that. Having it in January should be illegal. Anyway, long story short, I'm going to try to eat healthy. I called about setting up my gym stuff now that I have my car back, and the holidays are over. So they probably get this a lot. They probably think I'm like doing a New Year's resolution or something. And I just want to get the most out of my gym prescription. You don't know what I'm talking about. I mentioned this a couple episodes ago, but I have like a reduced membership because my doctor recommended a gym to me. But it's for 60 days and the clock starts on like the first day that you go. So I just wanted to be able to like get the most out of it, you know? Anyway, I called about that. Quite honestly, I'm not going to be able to use the whole 60 days because I've got a trip coming up, but, you know what? Like I got to start somewhere. This is so boring and unstructured. I'm sorry. What I'm trying to communicate is that it is time to face the music, and I need everyone to pray for my cholesterol, because if I were to get this blood work done now, like, I don't know what would happen. I would have this, my doctor, she's this like kind of angry Polish woman. Well, I don't know that she's angry. It's just her accent. That accent gets me. She's going to sound really upset and disappointed with me if I don't try to get right with Jesus a little bit. So that's what I'm doing for January. I will say I am anticipating working a little bit more in January. I'm going to work like 25 hours a week, which is not bad. I shouldn't complain, but I just want to like replenish a little bit after, you know, my hog wild December. I'm not happy about it, but it is still better than working full time, which I still don't want to do. I don't feel ready for it. I still think it's probably in my future at some point. I don't think I'll be part-time forever or, you know, until retirement. But I do still feel like I've got a lot of recovery to go through mentally from working full-time for a decade, which doesn't sound like a lot really in like the scheme of the American worker's life. But what can I say? I'm the youngest child. I'm a delicate little angel, and it really took its toll on me mentally and physically. Physically, mostly because of how it affected me mentally. You know, I don't even want to be self-deprecating about it because I don't think this is unnatural. Spending so many hours of your life dedicated to benefiting a corporation is not natural. It's not normal. Staring at a screen for 40 hours plus a week just because you have to, not because it's fun. Kind of fucked up when you think about it. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with me, and I don't think there's anything wrong with you if that's not your dream, or if it's giving you anxiety, stress, physical symptoms, bad sleep, whatever. I really don't think life's supposed to be that way, and I'm not going to apologize. I think I'm going to end this there. So I can go meditate on how I am to repent for my sins of December. I probably have a lot of very religious metaphors in this, which may also be triggering to some people. Sorry. I was raised Catholic, you can probably tell. I got a little guilt in me, even when I don't think the guilt is warranted. So yeah, I pray for me. I will talk to you next week. Now that I think I'm back on schedule, maybe you'll see a YouTube video, maybe you won't. You probably won't. I'm still thinking about it. But maybe you'll see a poll about a YouTube video. So follow me on Instagram. I'm at bitch.fires. Follow me. You can help me decide what the fuck I'm going to do next. Thank you so much for listening, for sticking with me. Hope you all had wonderful holidays. If you didn't have a wonderful holiday, though, that's totally okay. The holidays are kind of shitty. Don't let it get you down. I pretty much hate them almost every year. Didn't hate them as much this year because I think I had a little bit less stress overall. And I love you. Bye.